兽，找到你了，小家伙！我怎么从未在星空巨兽联盟见过你？
一旦被灵魂侵蚀，就死定了！
不好，宇宙之主降临了！
你这是在挑衅我星空巨兽联盟吗？这浩荡宇宙只靠实力说话。走，得马上离开原始星。
Swallowed Star, Episode 215. Another pair of Wu Slayer wings appears. 3 universe lords descend to seize the Supreme. Treasure Sword River. Luo Feng Self-Destructs the golden horned beast. After Luo Feng retrieved the tribulation armor and arrived at the primordial star, it didn't take long before he obtained a top-tier supreme treasure, the Sword River Luo Divine Sword. Inside Hong Alliance City in the virtual universe, Luo Feng accidentally overheard several universe venerables talking. They were passionately discussing a major event that had recently occurred on the primordial star. Sword River Luo had appeared. This legendary treasure consists of 1 main sword and 8 divine swords. It is a top-tier domain-type supreme treasure with extremely powerful abilities. It is said that once all the divine swords are gathered, Sword River Luo will reveal its complete form, and its value could even rival the famous Myriad Treasures River of the human race. Unfortunately, what appeared this time was not the complete Sword River Luo, but only 1 divine sword. Even more regrettably, during the battle for it, the divine sword was seized by 2 starry sky giant beasts and disappeared deep within the primordial star. The universe venerables discussed the matter intensely. Some said that if they could obtain that divine sword, they could exchange it with the Thornring Alliance, who would surely pay an enormous price in order to complete the full Sword River Luo. Others proposed forming a joint team to hunt down the 2 giant beasts on that primordial star, retrieve the divine sword, and present it to the Hong Alliance in exchange for generous contribution points. When Luo Feng heard this conversation, his heart trembled. He immediately realized that the black divine sword they were talking about was the very same sword he had obtained not long ago by chance. The black blade he had always believed to be an ordinary supreme treasure turned out to be one of the core components of Sword River Luo. This meant that what he held in his hands was not merely a treasure, it was a scorching prize that countless forces across the universe would covet. Even more alarming was the fact that many universe venerables had already begun making their move and were preparing to head toward that primordial star to begin the hunt. Luo Feng knew he had to act immediately. If he were surrounded by these powerful experts, the consequences would be unimaginable. Without hesitation, he immediately left the virtual universe and returned to the primordial star. At that moment, Luo Feng's golden horned beast and nether sea clone were hiding within a low mountain forest. He quickly made a decision. The golden horned beast would take the nether sea clone and immediately retreat. The golden horned beast shrank to about 10 meters in size, spread its golden Wu Slayer wings, burned divine power, and flew toward the vortex passage leading out of the primordial star at maximum speed. According to Luo Feng's original plan, the golden horned beast would first test the vortex passage. If everything went smoothly, the Moshe race clone would then secretly leave with the nether sea clone and all the treasures. If the golden horned beast encountered danger, he could even self-destruct the clone, while his human body would seek help from his teacher, Chaos City Lord, through the virtual universe. However, plans rarely go as expected. While flying, the golden horned beast suddenly sensed 2 powerful auras approaching. They were none other than 2 universe overlords from the Northern Frontier Alliance, Qi Shui Palace Master and Bei Feng Venerable. These were no ordinary universe overlords. Qi Shui Palace Master wielded the high-tier supreme treasure, Qi Shui Spear, possessing astonishing combat strength. Bei Feng Venerable specialized in soul attacks, which were extremely difficult to defend against. Clearly, they had already received the news and had come specifically for Luo Feng. The moment they saw the golden horned beast, they instantly recognized their target and immediately gave chase. Bei Feng Venerable attacked first. An invisible soul attack pierced through space and struck directly at the golden horned beast's divine body. Such soul-corroding techniques were extremely vicious once successful. They could gradually devour the opponent's life imprint. But Luo Feng was well prepared. His willpower was already incredibly strong, and with the protection of the tower bead within his body, the soul attack could not shake him at all. The golden horned beast pretended to be affected by the attack and deliberately slowed down. Seeing this Qi Shui Palace Master was delighted. He thrust forward with the Qi Shui spear with full force. The attack was terrifyingly powerful, even causing the stable space of the primordial star to distort. The golden-horned beast intentionally used its wings to block the strike, wanting to personally gauge the true strength of this universe overlord. When the spear struck the Wu Slayer wings, most of its power was weakened by the wings and the tribulation armor inside Luo Feng's body. In the end, only 1/20,000th of the attack's power reached the golden-horned beast's divine body. Even so, it still caused a small loss of divine power. Qizhe Palace Master had expected the strike to severely injure the beast. Instead, he discovered that the golden-horned beast's aura had barely weakened. He was completely shocked. At that moment, the golden-horned beast stopped pretending and unleashed the golden thread aurora domain, instantly covering a region of over 100 million kilometers. The appearance of this domain-type treasure made both Qi Shui Palace Master and Bei Feng Venerable realize that this starry sky giant beast was far beyond what they could handle. The golden-horned beast possessed high-tier supreme treasure armor already activated to its third form. Combined with its enormous divine body, its defensive power was simply despair-inducing. Left with no choice, the two could only watch as the golden-horned beast flew away. At that moment, a strong sense of possession rose in both of their hearts. Each of them wanted the other's wings, hoping to restore this supreme treasure to its complete form. Tianyang Venerable spoke first, expressing his willingness to exchange treasures. Luo Feng casually named an outrageous price, a top-tier supreme treasure. Naturally, Tianyang Venerable could never agree to such a demand. The negotiations immediately broke down, and the two began fighting at once. Tianyang Venerable unleashed his ultimate secret technique, 8 shuttles. His 8 arms wielded 8 luminous shuttles, and with the wings affecting space-time, he unleashed a series of dazzling yet terrifying attacks. However, when those attacks struck the golden-horned beast, they were like stones sinking into the sea. Relying on the defensive power of the tribulation armor and his enormous divine body, Luo Feng forcibly withstood every attack. Meanwhile, Tianyang Venerable himself had already consumed part of his divine body from using his ultimate technique. After a fierce battle, Tianyang Venerable finally realized that he had no way of dealing with this golden-horned beast, whose defensive power was utterly monstrous. Left with no choice, he unwillingly withdrew. Although Luo Feng had successfully driven his opponent away, he clearly understood his own weakness. His defense was extremely strong, but his offensive power was far from sufficient. It was almost impossible for him to seize the other pair of wings. Not long after the two separated, a terrifying pressure suddenly descended upon the entire primordial star. All the universe venerables on the planet felt an irresistible suppression. This was the sign of a universe lord controlling space-time. Lord Fu Mo had arrived. The towering figure of Lord Fu Mo, over 1,000 kilometers tall, appeared in the wilderness. His single eye instantly scanned the entire primordial star and locked onto the golden-horned beast hidden within the forest. Without wasting a word, he directly manipulated the power of space-time to suppress the golden-horned beast. The force was so overwhelming that the golden-horned beast's divine body began to rapidly lose energy. In the blink of an eye, 1% of its divine body was already gone. Luo Feng was shocked. Without the protection of the tribulation armor, he would have been utterly helpless before a universe lord. Soon Lord Fu Mo realized something was wrong. According to the rumors, this golden-horned beast possessed terrifying defensive power. So how could it be injured so easily by space-time suppression? He quickly understood the treasures had already been transferred away. Lord Fu Mo began threatening the golden-horned beast. Either hand over the Sword River Luo Divine Sword, or he would begin a massacre. He would personally hunt down and kill the 33 universe venerables who might be hiding the treasure. He calculated that from the moment Sword River Luo appeared until now, the golden-horned beast could only have traveled a limited distance. Within that range, there were 122 universe venerables. After excluding those who obviously could not have helped Luo Feng, only 33 remained as possible suspects. If he killed a few of them, he would inevitably discover the component of Sword River Luo. And once that happened, the golden-horned beast's other treasures would also fall into his hands. On the surface, the golden-horned beast appeared panicked. But internally, Luo Feng was doing everything he could to stall for time. He knew that his teacher, Chaos City Lord, was already on the way. As long as he could hold on a little longer, the situation would completely change. Just as the situation reached a critical moment, another terrifying aura descended upon the primordial star. Endless flames condensed into a gigantic flame beast. It was Flame Star, Lord of the Starry Sky Beasts Alliance. He roared angrily at Lord Fumo, questioning whether he was deliberately provoking the Starry Sky Beasts Alliance. The oppressive pressure from the two universe lords confronting each other caused the space-time of the entire primordial star to tremble. Lord Fumo had clearly not expected the Starry Sky Beasts Alliance to arrive so quickly. He coldly replied that the golden-horned beast had stolen the Sword River Luo Divine Sword, and he had only come to reclaim the treasure. Flame Star Lord refused to back down. He insisted that members of the Starry Sky Beasts Alliance would naturally be handled by the Alliance itself. Outsiders had no right to interfere. As the two exchanged sharp words, the atmosphere became extremely tense. At that moment, a third Universe Lord's aura descended. It was Chaos City Lord, wearing the Myriad Treasures robe, holding a worn stone staff and standing barefoot in the void. His appearance instantly changed the entire situation. Chaos City Lord directly questioned Lord Fumo about why he was attacking a member of the Hong Alliance. After all, although Luo Feng possessed the bloodline of the Starry Sky Beasts, he was also a member of the human race and therefore part of the Hong Alliance. The three Universe Lords stood against each other. But the situation was already clear. Even though Lord Fumo was powerful, he could not possibly fight both Flame Star Lord and Chaos City Lord at the same time. The moment Chaos City Lord arrived, he unleashed the Myriad Treasures River, a top-tier domain-type supreme treasure. A vast cosmic river instantly enveloped the entire primordial star. At that moment, both Lord Fumo and Flame Star Lord were shocked. The power of the Myriad Treasures River was simply overwhelming. Within its domain, Chaos City Lord could easily kill any universe overlord. Seeing the situation turn unfavorable, Lord Fumo immediately declared that he would no longer interfere. He even attempted to provoke conflict between Chaos City Lord and Flame Star Lord, hoping the two powerful figures from different factions would fight each other. But Chaos City Lord simply gave Flame Star Lord some face and stated that he would not compete with a young junior for a treasure. With that, he withdrew the Myriad Treasures River and left. Lord Fumo snorted coldly and stepped into the vortex passage as well, leaving the primordial star. After the crisis ended, Flame Star Lord approached the golden-horned beast alone. Within the Starry Sky Beasts Alliance, he had never seen this golden-horned beast before. After questioning Luo Feng, he learned that the beast had been wandering alone in the universe since childhood and had never been guided back to the Alliance. Flame Star Lord explained that any Starry Sky beast that reaches the immortal level will normally be brought back to the Alliance once discovered. He gave Luo Feng a set of cosmic coordinates, a gathering place for the Starry Sky Beasts Alliance. From there, Luo Feng could eventually travel to the Alliance's sacred land. Flame Star Lord also revealed that every newly discovered member would have one opportunity to visit the sacred land, where their strength could be further improved. The Alliance would allocate resources based on potential. Considering that the golden-horned beast had reached such strength without any support from its race, it would likely receive special attention. Before leaving, Flame Star Lord also warned Luo Feng to beware of the Thornring Alliance. However, since three Universe Lords had already intervened in this matter, the Thornring Alliance would at most send a few Universe Overlords, nothing to worry about. After hearing this, Luo Feng already had a plan. His Nether Sea clone had long since taken all the treasures and was flying alone toward the vortex passage leading out of the primordial star. The journey was completely smooth, without encountering any obstacles. Soon it left the primordial star, and after a single teleport, used Divine Kingdom teleportation to return to the secret realm. The golden-horned beast, however, was completely different. It carried no treasures at all. Flying back to the vortex passage would take a long time. Luo Feng had no intention of wasting time. He simply self-destructed the golden-horned beast clone. The explosion of a divine body over 1,000 kilometers long caused a massive disturbance on the primordial star. Yet moments later, everything returned to normal as if nothing had happened. Sure enough, 9 Universe Overlords from the Thornring Alliance waited at the vortex passage for several days. In the end, even a Universe Lord personally came to investigate. Only then did they realize that the golden-horned beast had long since disappeared from the primordial star. They could only return empty-handed. For ordinary experts, a divine body spanning thousands of kilometers was an extremely precious amount of energy. They would never willingly self-destruct it. But Luo Feng was different. His Nether Sea clone possessed the endless Nether Sea with an almost limitless amount of divine power. The divine power consumed by the golden-horned beast could be restored from the endless Nether Sea within moments. By choosing self-destruction instead of flight, Luo Feng had completely avoided the risk of being ambushed.